Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm 12 News reporter Bianca Buono, and we are coming to you live from the state capitol here in the downtown Phoenix area. And this is another rally full of the president's supporters, President Trump's supporters, I should say, encouraging a fair and balanced election. Well, we know earlier this morning, many news agencies, including NBC News, declared former Vice President Joe Biden as the president-elect. You know, we've been monitoring a lot of these protests throughout the week. They started Wednesday night, and we've been curious to know if Vice President Biden was called, how would many of these supporters respond? Would they stop protesting? Would they continue? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This protest technically just started at noon, and there are already hundreds of people gathered outside the state capitol right now. Let's give you a look at what's happening here. And what you're seeing now is these hundreds of President Trump supporters gathered doing the Pledge of Allegiance right now, huddled really around speakers on megaphones. And what we heard just before you came to us was a speaker saying, look, although many are calling the presidency for Joe Biden, they are saying we are not accepting the results just yet. They're claiming that the results aren't certified, so until then, we will not accept it. Many of them here still believe that Donald Trump has a chance at claiming this presidency. So very interesting dynamic here. And again, this is the fourth day of continuous protests from this group of President Trump supporters. And really the reason that these protests started was because they were alleging that there was some sort of ballot fraud or election fraud here in Arizona. They were outside the Maricopa County Elections Department. You may remember some of those visuals, demanding that the votes be counted, which of course they were being counted inside the building they were standing outside of. I should be very clear, and I probably sound like a broken record by now, but at this point, according to our top state elections officials, there is no evidence whatsoever of any ballot fraud, ballot stealing. So the protests did continue Thursday, Friday. Yesterday, there was a large group, a sizable group, from early in the morning until at least 11 o'clock at night, which is when 12 News actually left the area of the elections department. So it looks like there's really no signs of stopping. Again, we were wondering all week how this protest group would respond if Joe Biden was declared the winner, and we're witnessing exactly what's happening right now. And I do want to also note that Katie Hobbs, our Secretary of State here in Arizona, has come out expressing some frustration, not necessarily about this group here, but about the group that has been gathering outside of the Maricopa County Elections Department, saying that they've basically been a distraction for the employees as they've gone in and out of work. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to talk to someone who's a ballot observer, a Democrat, and she did express disappointment to see the protests outside her workplace as she's just trying to do the work, trying to get her job done. So, and you may hear some people in the background yelling towards us that we are part of the problem. I will tell you that tensions against the media have certainly elevated over the past couple of days, upset that the election has been called. So you're going to notice that our shot is going to be kind of on the fringe tonight, throughout the day today, just because of those tensions, again, towards the media. But what a sizable group. I mean, again, this protest was scheduled to start at noon today. It's noon, and there are already hundreds of people here. So we're really interested to see how this develops throughout the afternoon. We know that conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has made some appearances over the past 2 days. And so we're curious to know if he ends up making an appearance again today. So we'll see. But as we mentioned, we are going to be out here live. We just got here, and this really just started. But again, look at how many people are out here showing support for Donald Trump this afternoon. And I also should mention, this is actually a part of a national effort And what you're looking at here actually is our security guard. We do have security working with us, confronting a couple of supporters who are, again, very disappointed to see the media here. A lot of blame, again, being placed on the media over the past couple of days. So again, you're looking at our security guard just kind of stepping in, making sure that we have a distance around us. We're also trying to social distance here, which can be difficult sometimes in a crowd of so many people. So as I was saying, this is part of a national initiative, a Stop the Steal initiative, calling for protests outside of state capitals across the country at noon local time. So again, that's what you're seeing now. We plan on being out here all afternoon, and we'll continue to check in with you guys on Facebook Live as this situation develops. But again, this really just got started, and look at how many people are already out here. So it's interesting to compare this to in other cities across the country. You're seeing many pour into the streets celebrating Joe Biden's declared victory. Whereas here in Arizona, we're seeing hundreds show up in support of Donald Trump. So again, we'll continue to check in with you guys throughout the afternoon, but for now, we'll go ahead and sign off.
I was saying we broke windows. Reporter's office, they were talking shit, saying we broke windows.